Hi, my name's Todd, and my music was in a Pizza Hut commercial, and this is how to make it in music. Happy to be back this week, as most
Hey
of
Todd,
you...
I can't see you very good, so let me know if when we're going to get started taping. I can't hear or see very well, so just give me a heads up when we're rolling.
We're rolling, Tyler. What is going on with you, by the way?
Oh, I just wanted to bring a little bit of awareness. I don't know if everyone knows out there, but there is a pandemic happening, and I'm just trying to show some awareness around different ways that we can really try to be respectful to other people and make sure we're not getting each other sick.
Sure, but
With the pandemic.
why are you wearing that in your garage, though? You're probably safe in there, right?
Yes, I'm safe. Thanks for asking.
That's not
and
why
I hope
I
you're
asked.
safe also.
Sure. Let's take off the mask. Can we take off the mask?
Okay, the mask. Okay, but the mask is just to kind of demonstrate why we should be being careful, and it's a symbol, kind of.
I think it's done. I think you can take it off now.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Made your point.
Okay.
As I was starting to say, I was gone the last week, 2 weeks actually. I was in Europe. I actually was in Spain, or as they call it, España. And I was also in France, which is France, and an island called Mallorca, which is a Spanish island off the coast of Spain. I was just spending some time with culture, getting to know different cultures and really exploring the music and not just the literal music, but the metaphorical music that moves through the people over there in the land of Europe. I'm appreciative to be back. I'm appreciative to you, Tyler and Tevin, for still making an episode happen even while I was gone last week, so that the people at home could still, take that next step to finding success in their own musical journeys.
Yeah, Todd, we're really glad we were able to work on that. I can't really hear very good over here, but we're really glad that we were able to work on that episode as well. And it was a great time. And thank you for allowing us to work on that. And I did kind of want to mention that I can't see you in the laptop, but I can see Tevin. And I'm kind of wondering why I can see Tevin in your apartment right now.
Because he's here filming the episode. I don't know.
Right, but we know we're not supposed to be leaving our houses too much, or really like letting other people come over. So
We're not
I'm
supposed to
sort
be
of,
breaking the speed limit either, but everyone does that, right?
I don't know. I don't think we should be telling people to break the speed limit or have people over during the pandemic. So
Look, so Tevin's school closed down, right? They said, you have to go home. I said, I can't have you going home. I needed someone to film my episodes still because I've got work to do, and I can't just find another intern. We're in the middle of a global pandemic. So I said, Tevin, I still need you here. So he's sticking around, and he's staying at the local hostel for the time being, for as long as it takes. He's going to be hanging out around here so that he can still film these episodes and earn his credits, his college credits, right? Because he wants to pass his classes. So Tevin's still going to be here. Don't worry. Don't look at me like that. I'm not infected. It's not like I was in anywhere dangerous. I was in, like I said, Spain, France, and then a couple international airports. But I think that you're probably fine. So I think he's probably fine. So don't scare him. You know what I mean?
yeah. Okay. All right. I just he doesn't look. I mean, he doesn't seem really comfortable. And
Well, now that you're making him scared, of course not.
Okay. Sorry.
Excuse me. Don't worry, Tevin. What is your problem? What's going on?
The problem is that I can't hear most of what you're saying because I don't think my router reaches the garage, and that's where I'm in the garage. I don't know if you can tell that I'm in the garage, but I'm in the garage and I can't hear anything.
Yeah,
so I need you to talk slower. I need you to talk a little bit slower.
Okay,
all right. I can't hear what you're saying.
Look, I can tell you're in the garage. It looks like I'm watching an execution video, but tell me, why don't you just go inside your house?
I'm not allowed to film this show inside the house anymore. It's a long story. The wife doesn't really like it very much. I'm not allowed to film the show inside the house. I have to stay in the garage. She said, this is where the show happens for me, is in the garage.
Your wife doesn't let you film in your house, in your own house.
I can't hear a thing you're saying. I can't hear a word you're saying. Are you talking right now? It just...
I wanted to just give you guys a little taste of another culture that seems so foreign to us in America. You get there and you get into Spain and you say, these people are so weird, and they're not though. Once you get to talk to them, they usually speak English, and it's like, they're actually a lot like us. They like music too, They like going to cafes also. I picked up this little French press after my trip because people in France, they drink coffee from those, and that's wild. Who would have thought that this is something you drink coffee out of? Yeah, can you see this, Tyler?
Yes. And actually my wife and I have
Isn't
one of
that
those,
wild? Look at
and
it. It's crazy, right?
It's actually the main way that my wife and I like to make coffee. Funny enough.
No, I'm talking about this. It's a French press. It's not an American thing. It's a French thing. It's a French press.
Totally. I know what a French press is, and we have one at our house, and we've been using it for about 4 years now to make our coffee. So
you get
really cool that you got one too. I got mine at Target. Where did you get yours?
So like I said, I just had a wonderful time over in Europe, and I loved getting to experience different cultures, just to hear how they speak and to see how they lived and the way they drink their coffee. And it was so great for me. And I wanted to share a little bit of that with you. And so I did take a little bit of video while I was over there, and I would love to just show you guys some clips of that. So does that work for you, Tyler?
I couldn't hear most of what you just said, but it's great to be back on the show.
Okay, let's roll the clips. Why don't you roll it, Tevin?
Hey, how's it going? This is Todd from How to Make It in Music. Sorry, some tourists behind us right now, but just wanted to get some video. Okay, thanks guys. There's some tourists, but just wanted to get some video. And okay, all right. I think they recognize me from the channel. Might be a little windy. Sorry if you can't hear. Hey, buddy, can you do that somewhere else? So just excited. Sorry, I had to get rid of some people there for a minute, but just excited to be here on vacation. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. And just get to. Okay, sorry. It's very busy down here in Europe right now. Visiting Europe right now, and this is okay. And this is, I know I'm going to go in a minute. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, no, I'm going to turn it off. So I'm in Mallorca, it's in Spain. And no one here speaks English, so it's really exciting. Thank you. Thanks, ma'am. People here are big fans, so. So what a lot of people don't know about Spain is that it's actually known for its music. I think a lot of people think it's mariachi music mostly, but it's not. It's they like other kinds of music here too. I was walking by a club last night and it sounded like they were listening to techno, and it sounded like a lot of fun music, And I just think that as Americans, we get so spoiled, right? Because we don't have to listen to other music. We have great music in the States. But over here in Europe, they have bands too. Like there's Oasis and Coldplay. So you can listen to other stuff too if you want. In other parts of the world, and I think that's really nice to do. To go on a vacation sometimes to somewhere, and learn about Coldplay or learn about Oasis.
Hey, how we doing? It's Todd. How to Make It in Music. We're at we're in Spain at a castle. It's called Montsu. It's called Montsu.
or something. And, previously I was in Mallorca and I did a little video. But I wanted to do one from here too, because this is a castle, and castles, they have a big place, in music. A lot of, there have been some bands with the name Castle in them, I think. And then there have also been some songs about castles. Of course, there's a movie about White Castle, I think, and I think they have a soundtrack in the movie. So it's a long storied history of music and castles, really. I think U2 actually recorded an album in a castle, and since I'm in Europe, I think it's good to talk about U2 because they're like the number one Europe band, I think. Anyway, just really happy. I'm going to give you another look at this castle. It's in Spain, which is where I am right now. It's in the city. What's the city called that we're in? It's called Resabre city, and it's near Barcelona, which is a pretty big city here in Spain. Castles were built a long time ago. This castle is I would say it's at least 100 years old. Do you know how old this castle is?
At least 100 years old.
Yeah, it's at least 100 years old. So, I mean, there aren't even that many people that are older than this castle, which is that. So that's cool. And there's a lot of music that isn't as old as this castle too. Like rock and roll. There's a crane here, which is a bit of an eyesore. If I'm being honest, I'm kind of upset that it's there.
And there you have it. Europe.
Well, Todd, let me be the first one to say thank you for including us on your European vacation. It feels like I got to go on the full adventure with you, and I'm sure a lot of our fans are going to feel the same way. Huh. And it reminds me of the days in my youth where my uncle and aunt would invite me over for the weekend, and they'd sit me down on their laps, and they'd show me slideshows from their vacations to Florida and to Georgia. One other kind of an added bonus, really, that I'm thinking about now from your video is that you talked about Coldplay. And that I talked about Coldplay in the episode I filmed also. So maybe a little bit of this telepathy kind of happening between us, We didn't plan that, folks. We didn't plan to both talk about Coldplay. It just kind of happened that way. There you have it.
You talked about Coldplay in your video too?
Yeah, remember I talked about Coldplay, remember?
I guess I kind of remember
Number 4, Coldplay. We did a whole segment, and Coldplay was 1/4 of the segment. It was a huge part of the segment. Right. I sent you the video, and you said you watched it, and you said, "Good job, looks good."
Yeah.
Chow. You spelled Chow CHOW, which I don't think is how they say it there.
It's Italian. It's okay. It's Italian.
You weren't even in Italy, so I don't even know why you said Chow.
First of all, Chow is like the euro over there. It works in all of the European countries. But also I might not have gotten to watch the full episode.
I missed half of what you just said, but did you not watch the episode? Did you not watch the last episode? I made an episode.
I don't know.
You told me to make an episode.
Will it shut you up if I watch it? Will it shut you up if I watch it?
You should watch it.
All right, we're gonna watch it. Okay, we'll watch it. All right, here we go.
Let's go ahead and throw it on and let's watch it. And there you have it, the latest episode of How to Make It in Music while Todd was gone. And if I do say so myself, an episode that people seem to be really getting behind in a big way.
I didn't realize he made that episode last week. I apologize for everyone who had to watch that, who is subjected to that. I will say that nothing he said in that video is representative of what we do in this show. I never would rank the top 5 bands, and if I did, they certainly wouldn't have been the artists that Tyler listed. I'm ashamed that episode is on our YouTube page, and Tevin, I'm assuming that's going to be taken down forthwith. For with great power comes great responsibility, and we are not going to be hosting that video on our site any longer. I'm sorry. I don't think I can do any more of an episode today, but thanks for tuning in, and stay inside. Not you, Tevin. People, stay healthy, stay inside, and reach for the faucet. Wash your hands. Keep reaching for the faucet.